is Evelyn Hawkins, and she is the descendant of Nat Turner, and she actually lives on the farm.
Was born on the farm.
Was born on the farm where the slave revolt took place. Still lives there, and they are hoping to be able to turn it into a place where we can come for rest and renewal, and to give thanks to the ancestors for survival and remember our great strength. And so she was telling me about this farm, and it was just so powerful I wanted to record it. So you say you have 2 farms?
We have 2. Both of them were bought from the Musgrave family. The family where my great-great-grandmothers were slaves. She raised her children on that farm.
My God.
And of course it was...
So did you work the farms?
Oh yeah, we rent our farm out now because all my uncles died. You know, they used to work the farm. But now we have to rent it out. And we rent it to a white farmer in the area. And because there are no more black farmers down there really. We are one of the, I said 3 black farms left in Southampton County.
I want the people to understand, though, that you actually own the land.
Oh, we own it, yes.
That the Nat Turner slave revolt was planned on.
Yes, yes.
Do you know how powerful that is?
Yes,
I mean, it's such a legacy.
You know why we kind of look at it? Because all of our lives, our grandfather just told us the story over and over. So it got to the point that, you know how kids are. They kind of get used to it, and it wasn't, a big deal with us.
Yes.
And he kept the spot. When Nat Turner was captured, see, the movie doesn't go there.
Yes.
They really didn't put all the endings. They couldn't do that. It was a Hollywood version of it. But he was captured on the Musgrave farm. It was in books. So we know it's true. I have a letter from J.S. Musgrave, who was my great-grandmother's white brother, that he wrote saying this was on this land. He said this was my land, and Nat Turner was captured here. So I have documentation,
So in the movie, it appears that this little black boy gave him up, kind of.
No, it didn't
and in
like
history,
that.
It didn't happen like
that. It didn't happen like that.
So tell us how it really
happened. The rebellion took place, started on August 21st.
Yes.
1831.
Yes.
Most of his people were killed, slaves that worked with him.
Yes.
He hid out for 2 months.
2 months?
2 months.
Oh my God.
First place he hid out, I think they discovered it. It was behind a haystack. It wasn't a hiding place. Then the second place was somewhere else he hid out. The third place he hid out, that was our farm that he hid there for a month and a half or 2 months.
So if he was hiding all that time, then somebody had to be helping him.
Yes.
The other slaves had to be feeding him, making sure he was clothed.
And that's how he got caught.
This is the story of our resistance.
Right. This is how he got caught. He had a sword.
Yes.
That's down in Cortland now.
Yes.
We have seen it and they show it to you.
Yes.
He had that sword when he was captured. He had dug a hole under a tree.
Yes.
A log.
Yes.
And we call it the cave.
Yes.
Because that's where he was.
Okay.
For 2 months almost.
My God.
In this area there are swamps.
Yes.
And the water running through there. And we found a black iron pot there. My uncle did. And we think that's how he got water out of the creek and little creek beds and things.
Yes.
But how he was captured was Benjamin Phipps, who was walking, this white farmer, was walking in that area with a shotgun. He was hunting, and he had his dog. The dog smelled the food that Nat Turner had been eating, the chicken bones or whatever. He smelled that food. And then he went over there looking, searching for it, and I guess Phipps thought it was a rabbit or a squirrel or something over there that he was going to shoot, And when he got over there to this log, or this cave, Nat Turner thought he was coming after him. And he stood up and gave himself up.
My God.
There. And they took him to a house near there before they could get him to Jerusalem was the name of the Cortland then. It wasn't Cortland.
I remember that because that is so like, you know, for it to be Jerusalem.
Right, it was Jerusalem.
Yeah.
And that's where they took him. And they gave him a trial then. The whites were so mad and afraid.
Yes.
Because that whole time he was gone or missing. They couldn't understand. They just, some of them left Virginia, left Southampton County, and they went to North Carolina.
My God.
They went all over just to keep, because they didn't know where he was.
Or who he was gathering up either.
Huh?
Or who he was gathering up.
No, they didn't know anything.
Yes.
And they were afraid.
Yes.
Very afraid of him. So they were so afraid of him that after they hanged him down in Cortland, Jerusalem, they cut off his head. They cut off his head because they couldn't understand why a black man would seek freedom. It wasn't in their vocabulary to understand. They thought they had treated him well. He had a lot of freedom because he was a minister. He would go from plantation to plantation preaching.
But he was making money for his slave owners.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But they thought, they said, well, he's satisfied, and they let him have a little freedom to move around.
Yes.
But they couldn't understand why he wanted to be free.
So what that tells me, though, what it reminds me of is our responsibility with our freedom, right?
Right.
Because he understood that even though he had a little bit more freedom,
he wasn't satisfied.
He wasn't satisfied.
No.
I thank God for that story.
Yeah, he wasn't satisfied.
And so they cut his head off.
They cut his head off. Let me show you something.
Oh, sorry.
I was looking for my coat and my purse.
Somebody in your family might have taken it.
I think my husband.
Okay.
He must have gone outside with it.
Okay. Okay.
Because
What was in your purse?
I was on here too. Hey, honey. Let me show her something.
How you doing?
I want to show her something. This came out. It's in the bookstore there. But I'm showing you this not because of Nate Parker, but because of the skull.
The skull is in there. I'm going to pick this up.
Yeah, get that.
Yeah.
And that's Cabin Pond.
And this is your land.
This is right Cabin Pond Road. Our land, this is a pond.
Okay.
Our land is right here.
Okay.
And this is where he was hiding, right here.
My God.
Right from Cabin Pond. And but I want to show you the skull. That's his sword right there. And this is down in Cortland. They found all kinds of bone fragments.
Yes.
And all of that from slaves. They just dumped them in the grave together.
Oh my goodness.
National Geographic went down and excavated.
Look at these bones. This is the skull
that's the
of
skull.
Nat Turner.
That's the skull. And they have this skull. You can see where they cut it.
Yeah.
Take his brain out.
It took his brain out.
And this skull right now is at the Smithsonian.
Yes.
And they're doing tests on it. They're getting ready to do DNA testing, and we are trying to find people who say they are related to him.
Yes.
So they can get DNA to be tested,
Yes. I thank you so much for sharing this history, and thank you for the work you're doing to restore this farm so that we can
we have, it's a farming farm.
Yes.
But I just think it's amazing that a black family
has had
through
land
all
for
the
100
odds
years.
can hold on to something for 100 years like this.
My family has land like that. I'm from Alabama.
Okay.
And it was passed down from generation to generation.
Right.
And the only thing that's in the will is that we never sell to white people. It sounds funny, but that's, you know what I'm saying?
I can understand it.
And so we have trees on the land, but what powerful legacies our families left us, right?
See, they don't want us, my grandfather didn't want us to sell not 1 inch of it to
Not
anybody.
1 inch. And 100 years it's been in your family.
It's part of the truth.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.